Ah, nice and quiet. Hey there, bike blogger here. On my way to work. It's Friday. Friday. Today I wanted to talk about handlebars. Slow it down. I touched on the topic the other day about handlebars, that is, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about it since I have 3 different commuting bikes and all the commuting bikes have different handlebars, different style handlebars. Check out the Buffalo to the left there. So I want to, sort of discuss the differences and which is my favorite. I think I already said that in the previous video. There are 3 main types, and those are the types I got on my bikes. I think there's 3 main types. Could be wrong. It doesn't look like it's going to work out for me. I'm waiting for all this traffic coming from over there. And traffic sort of slowed down from the left, but now it's coming again. Now it's slowing down to the right. I think watching a bus right now. I think we can go after this car here. There we go. I'm gonna cut through the parking lot. Be careful not to run into the FedEx truck guy there. Where's he going? It's going left, stopping there. Let's go this way. All right. Going a slightly different way here. Cut back here now. So, first type of handlebar are the flat bars. You see them often on mountain bikes. They usually extend pretty far from the stem or from the center of the bike. That's to give you lots of leverage to swing the bike back and forth. Moving around and stuff. Sort of comes from the BMX world. I think mountain bikes really started taking off in the United States really in the early 90s, and they account for, I don't know, since the early 90s they account for in the United States like 80 or 90% of sales, I think. So if you own a bike, chances are you own a mountain bike in the United States. Anyway, so the purpose of the really wide bars is so you have more control over the bike. You can move it around obstacles more easily. Again, though, that's also just because on a mountain biking trail you have more obstacles generally. Although I will say, on the road, commuting on the road, there are a lot of potholes and stuff. It's almost like riding a mountain biking trail sometimes. Whew. I'm gonna make a right here. Whew. 20 miles per hour. Feel like I'm going a little slow today. End of the week. Feel a little worn out. Mentally and physically. Taking the lane here. I'm gonna get over though. Nobody behind me. All right. climb this hill here. So, mountain biking handlebars. I said flat, or I might have said flat bars, but typically they got the brakes right up here, right up front, really close to you, which is a good thing. Which is another sort of reason why a flat handlebar bike could be a good commuting bike. But that's more so just because of the geometry of a typical flat handlebar bike. That is a typical mountain bike. You're more sort of sitting up straight, and you can sort of see a little better what's going on around you. You know, sort of in the hunched over stance, and you can sort of see what's going on a little better than leaning over the bars. Woo! Still got a bunch of logs and stuff over there. Those look like railroad, what do you call them, ties or something? They're pretty big though. So the second type of handlebar, road bars. Those are the ones that sort of have a drop to them, which allow you to get way low, really low, and more aerodynamic. You know, you're decreasing your frontal area. You just get way down, as far down as you can get, pretty much, keeping your arms horizontal, or your forearms parallel with the ground, and just get as much good aerodynamics as you can. Which you can also sort of do with these type of handlebars. 23.6 miles per hour. Oh, the wind feels really nice. It's pretty cool right now. It's gonna get up to about 90 Fahrenheit though. Feels pretty nice right now, especially in the shade where it's cooler. But yeah, road handlebars. Big benefit to them compared to the flat bars or the riser bars or the mountain biking handlebars or whatever, is you got multiple hand positions, which is a big usefulness, because, you know, on the mountain biking bars, you tend to have just really one, you know, really functional position, which is wherever the grips are. But with a road bike, you know, you can get on the hoods like that, like I'm sort of showing here with these different bars, but get on the hoods, or you can get down in the drops. I don't really have drops. Then you can stay on the tops like this. So there's a huge benefit to road handlebars. You just got so many positions. So especially for things like longer bike rides or touring, you know, you can keep yourself from fatiguing early. You know, if you had just one hand position. Oh boy, that's loud. Just missed the train. Pretty quiet right now in the park. I don't really see anybody in the field. No, nobody around right now. Sort of late morning now, or just about. Sun is up. We are on our way to go do some work. So I'm taking it real easy. I'm going 13 miles per hour. So the road bars, you know, highly recommend road bars. I mean, you probably can't do any better than that. I mean, there are some other more obscure, or let's say less popular, uncommon handlebars. There's sort of a loopy-loop handlebar, a mustache bar, whatever you call them. You got, I don't know, 5 positions then or something. That was pretty cool. These bars here that I'm riding with, you typically see them on fixed gear bicycles or single speed bikes. I want to say it's a cultural thing. I think it's also mainly just a marketing thing. It's like, oh, that's definitely a fixie or fixed gear. Sorry about that. Some people consider fixie derogatory. Or a single speed bike, or a, you know, 1 speed, 1 gear. Either way, a fixed gear bike's 1 gear too, unless you got like an internal gear hub where you can switch, shift gears with your hub. Did a video on that. So yeah, this handlebar is called a Bullhorn. Slight variation is called a Pursuit handlebar, but in any case, these bars here on my bike here, link in the description below. My bike is the Wabi Lightning SE. These bars originate Bullhorn Pursuit 2 or something handlebars. Look at that. Straight ahead. McDonald's is gone. The aliens took it. Or the government, depending on your view of the world. It's all the government. X-Files, X-Files, X-Files. Thought I heard they were bringing back that show. This guy's got to be pretty old by now. It's a 90s show, early 2000s. Still over a decade ago. I feel sort of old. I'm gonna make a left here. Got the signal, so let's go for it. Always go straight. I always go straight into the slow lane, like I did right there. Let's make a right. I'm just chilling today. Technically, I think if you're in a car at least, you're supposed to go in the nearest lane, just like technically in a car. When you make a turn from one road to the other, you're supposed to do it as near to the curb as possible. So another reason why you'd be much more likely to right hook a cyclist who's riding in the gutter or riding very far into the shoulder near the curb. Sort of dangerous. Anyway, yeah, these are Bullhorn handlebars. So the best of both worlds, I think. Well, actually these are sort of narrow. These are maybe 42 centimeter wide for filtering through traffic. Slow down here. Nice and quiet. Let's go one more block. Bullhorn handlebars. So how many positions have I got? Well, I got these, which are up front. You know, I'm sort of getting probably the most aerodynamic position with these handlebars. And then I can sort of go here, get a little bit of ways from the break-ins, and then I can go way up here. So I got basically 3 major, let's make a left here, positions. And similar to the road handlebars, typically you find these Bullhorn handlebars. It's like grabbing onto a bull's horns. The whole bar is covered in bar tape. Commonly with these types of handlebars, you'll find the brakes are up here in the front. Really, you just want to put the brakes wherever you ride the most. which for me is sort of more in the bar end position, way out here. So these are bar end brake levers. You'll usually find them, I think, on aero bikes or TT time trial bikes. Although these might not be the same. I think the bar end brakes on TT bikes might be smaller and weigh a little less or something, I don't know. Time trial or triathlon or whatever bicycles look pretty weird, sort of. Although this bike looks a little weird with its bullhorns and the bar end brakes, but I like it. And you want to put the brakes at least wherever you normally ride. When I'm going down, where you're going down hills. When I go down hills and going fast, I usually am on the ends here and get more leverage. And then when I'm sort of cruising, I sort of sit back and put my hands here. I don't have intermittent brakes or cross levers or whatever you want to call them right here. Probably be a good idea. Let's make a right. You know. Anyway, so I'm running out of time here. What's my favorite handlebar? The Bullhorns. They're my favorite handlebars. I like road bars. I just find I don't use the drops very often. You can set up road bars so the drops are a little higher. Generally speaking, though, you want the hoods, the things on top, to be sort of parallel with the ground. Anyway, my other bike has that, so I do ride this sort of stuff. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna lose my momentum here. And wait a minute. Here we go. 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 There we go. Ah, I pretty much did lose all my momentum.